friends. I want to talk today about emerging trends in language because thankfully conferences are back in person, hopefully safely. And the number one water cooler conversation that I have after how to use TikTok in healthcare marketing is how do we embrace emerging trends in language? So these are sort of phrases that we throw into everyday conversation like FOMO, babe, girl. Are those the kind of things that we can actually put in our written content or in our video content? And then also, do we use pop culture references that some people may find offensive, like that's what she said from The Office? And these are all really good questions because one of the primary reasons that we create content for our audiences is so that they build relationships with us. And I think that in healthcare in particular, when we're looking at audiences that are all different ages and relate to things in a different way, we really want to be careful about how we use those kind of inside winks when we're creating content. So one of the ways that I like to think about it, the model that I use is, are you talking to a reader? Are you talking to an audience? Are you talking to a community member? A reader is somebody who's going to engage in your content sporadically. They might search for you and look at your content one time. What your goal with that content to do is to make them into an audience member, get them to follow you, get them to, engage with other parts of content on your website or through your social media channel, and then eventually turn them into a raving fan, which makes them a part of your community. So I think that one of the ways that we can be careful in healthcare marketing is thinking about the channel that we're on and thinking about the type of content that we're producing, and then allowing that language to flow from there. So if you're creating a blog post that could be used in a myriad of channels and distributed in a lot of different ways, maybe sticking to some inside winks that are pretty safe are good. However, if you're creating a TikTok for your younger audience, then you can obviously be freer because we know that that's a younger audience. We know that TikTok does drive community and does drive that longer level of engagement as they stay on the platform and engage with your content. So it's definitely something to play with. I always have the rule, when in doubt, leave it out. You don't want to offend anybody, particularly in healthcare marketing, such sensitive issues that people are dealing with. But I definitely think there is room to play and build sort of that identity and that brand with your audience, depending on the channel that you're distributing that content with and also on the format that you're using. So listen, let me tell you something. Do not be afraid to experiment with language, but always use your best judgment. I'll see you next time.